so silly.
Me?
You're too old for this. Use your brain.
We're 13.
We're 13. How are we old?
That's too old.
How's that too old?
You're too. I taught kindergarten and first grade before I got my
Wait, I thought you were a
master's in
police officer.
psychology.
Yeah, now you're lying again.
Wait, I thought you were a police officer.
Don't get hostile. Don't touch us. Don't do anything.
Touch you.
I'm already
not
injured.
touching you. Out.
Dude, no, like
You actually cannot do this. I do know who owns the plantations and does know who owns this neighborhood. I'll have a conversation with him about you later.
It has nothing to do with this neighborhood. Go now.
Ma'am, you do understand like there's a more polite way. You guys came up to us and just said.
Yeah, you started screaming, and I was.
I saw you go all the way down. I saw one guy fall and could hurt.
Yeah.
I wasn't hurt at all. I'm wearing a padded suit that's made for motorcycles.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is
I can't
not,
get hurt.
This is
I
not
understand.
a skating park.
Yeah, but you could ask politely though. Like we're gonna leave, but like you don't have to yell at us.
Come on, Linda.
Like
We're not even punks.
We're glad to leave.
You could be doing something worse. You'd be egging your house.
Yeah, like seriously.
You just said you're gonna egg my house.
We said it could be worse.
Doing worse stuff.
We could be. It's Halloween. We could be doing a lot worse.
Yeah.
Damn, the children can't have fun on Halloween, Karen. Come on, Karen. Even the anti-Karen was like, come on, Linda, come on now. Let's just, it's Halloween. I did find it interesting because remember, we're keeping a log here of Karenicity log, right? Here's what we found out. Here's a new element we need to put down in the book. The kid said, hey, we could be doing something bad like egging a house. Karen says, you just said you would egg my home. No, that's not what we said. So here's what we've learned. Here's a new thing. Don't mention what you won't do or what could happen if you were a bad person, because Karen will say that is the threat against her. Now, this is a little bit of levity here. These kids were skateboarding, and this particular individual decided to be very rude to them. I do find it quite interesting that the children, sounded more like adults than she did. Funniest line, now you're lying again. That was the fun, when they said, see, now you're lying again. Come on now, you said you were the police earlier. Come on now. All right, Ms. Khan, what are your thoughts here?
This particular Karen seems like she just hates Halloween and she was ready to fight some people. She's ready to fight some kids. She says, you know what, I don't like any of this. I don't want to be a part of any of it. And the thing with skateboarding in particular is always funny to me. I grew up in the 90s. I'm a 90s kid. There was always kids rollerblading, skateboarding, scooting, bicycling, whatever the case was. They're not menaces. They're just getting around on wheels. That's it, you know? At worst, they're doing some tricks on their skateboards. They're not bothering anybody. And I do want to commend the kids in the video. They said, you know, you didn't have to come at us like that with all that negative energy. You could have just asked us to leave if we were making you uncomfortable. We would have left. I don't know why there's like such a default to just antagonize people and be mean and be just angry all the time. When really, if you just talk to people like they're people, most people are not going to be, I can't say the word I wanted to use, but they're not going to be terrible about it. You know, people are going to say, okay, fine, I'll move, no problem.
Yeah, and they were quite reasonable. They were trying to have fun. I'm a big live and let live guy. I want children to have as much fun as they can, because once they become grown like us, it's a different situation, right? So big ups to them for showing so much respect and being very courteous in their rebuttal to this particular Karen.